I've been fighting demons and I need some love. Tell me that you'll be that babe. Tell me that you'll be that babe.
Welcome back, Player Only Reactions. You dig what I'm saying? Today we're reacting to the TikTok ban. I hope a lot of y'all have seen this or heard about it for sure. If you own TikTok or not even on TikTok, it's been a trending topic that they banned TikTok on January 19th. It is currently January 14th. So in 5 days, they're supposed to be banning TikTok from the US, right? So this is a big deal. If everybody on TikTok, I actually post a lot of my clips, my shorts that I post on YouTube. They also get posted on the TikTok page. And I also have another TikTok page for my main account and stuff like that. And I be on TikTok Live and stuff. So it's real important that they don't ban it. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of people is rich off this shit. So we finna get straight to this video, see why and how and what and everything. So let's get straight into it. Let's see what's going on. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching me on the road to 3,000. We currently at 2,100 subscribers. Let's get it.
The TikTok ban should scare you. It should make you
Okay.
angry. And if it isn't making you mad right now, I just want you to watch to the end of this video. That's all I ask. I'm not a political creator. I try not to engage in politics. I've always tried to keep my content as a break from the things that make life hard. But this is something that I simply can't ignore because it's a direct threat to my ability to create content and to your ability to consume it. This affects me on a personal, on a career level, and it's something I just can't ignore. A little context about myself if you don't know who I am. My name is Johnny Razor. I make short form content primarily on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. I've been doing this since
Nigga
2022, so over 2.5 years, near daily at this point. So I have a lot of knowledge on how the algorithms for TikTok and YouTube work, and I have a lot of experience making content for these platforms, specifically the one that is getting banned. First of all, as of making this video, TikTok is not banned yet, but the most likely scenario is that it will be. That's why I'm making this video. The Supreme Court met on Friday, January 10th to discuss the Protecting Americans from Foreign Advisory Controlled Applications Act, which is a mouthful, and if upheld, will go into effect on January 19th. The bill basically says if any foreign app is deemed a threat by the American government, it can be banned from America unless sold to an American company. We'll get back to that in a second.
Okay. So TikTok basically got to be sold to somebody in America for it to stay in America. So I heard today like Elon Musk or something like that is trying to buy TikTok or is thinking about buying TikTok. It's gonna be somebody probably rich last second that's gonna come along and just buy TikTok because it sounds like a smart ass investment. If you got all that money, you might as well buy TikTok and you now the owner of TikTok in the US. That'd be tight. So basically they banning that shit because it's a foreign threat to America. This shit, they got more shit to worry about. I ain't gonna lie. Let's just keep it 100. They have more shit to worry about than TikTok being a foreign threat. It's kids getting shot at school. It's a lot of homeless people around. It's people with healthcare issues. Like they got a lot of shit they can worry about.
TikTok has responded to this by saying we aren't selling, which why would they? It's the fastest growing social media platform ever, and it's because of TikTok's
I didn't know that.
algorithm, which TikTok doesn't want to lose. They know what they have. Now, why this bill and why right now? There are a lot of factors that led to this
That's
bill being
tough.
passed. It's been thrown around for the past few years. Nobody thought it was going to happen, but we're here now. And it's happening. Now, the legal stance that the United States Congress passed this bill under is a threat of national security. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese-based company, and the argument is that if the CCP wants to make changes to a Chinese company, they can. But ByteDance isn't a Chinese-based company. It was actually founded in the Cayman Islands. 60% of its ownership is global investors, 20% are its founders, and 20% are its employees. Chinese government does own a 1% share in one of ByteDance's subsidiary countries, Douyin, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but not ByteDance. Now, they do have headquarters in China. They have worked with the Chinese government in the past on their specific products, but they also have headquarters in the US, and TikTok itself is a subsidiary of ByteDance that operates outside of China. As far as I could find, I could not find any direct link to China from TikTok specifically. All the data that I could find backs up what was said in the court hearings we had last year, where the Singaporean CEO of TikTok was accused of being Chinese for a couple hours. That's the official reason, but let's dig in a little deeper. Everything about the TikTok ban just doesn't really add up. It's a bill that blasted through Congress with little pushback. Even the senator whose whole brand was that he was on TikTok voted in favor of the bill. The senator most directly aided by TikTok voted to ban TikTok. Is that not a little insane? And his explanation boiled down to, trust me, bro, like, trust. So what else? Meta just so happened to do a little lobbying. Isn't that interesting? Not only did they do a little lobbying, they spent $7.6 million lobbying in support of this bill. That set a record for Facebook's lobbying of all time. Made a short a while back saying Mark Zuckerberg was on a redemption arc, but I take it all back because it's clear what he was trying to do is bolster his public image as his company tries to bribe Congress. Now, what incentive would Meta have to ban TikTok? Well, Instagram is a direct competitor to TikTok. It's far worse. I mean, Reels is a nightmare, but their thought is we have over 100 million Americans on TikTok. They gotta go somewhere. Facebook has been losing money ever since TikTok has grown in popularity. So from the financial incentive, Meta wants TikTok gone. Zuckerberg has been trying to buy TikTok for years, and after his failed attempts, he's been trying to get the platform banned because TikTok's existence means Facebook loses.
That makes sense. I think the best app right now, if I had to just pick an app, it would have to be TikTok. I think the research will show that it is TikTok. I think, yeah, I don't think only because how you could use TikTok for everything as far as like I get on that motherfucker and be Googling shit. Like how you'll go to Google, now people go to TikTok and look shit up, how to build this, how to do this, how to do that, how to cook this, how to cook that, how to work out this body, like how to get glute workouts, how to get ab workouts, how to get leg calf workouts. Like you could just sit there and you can watch videos of it. I feel like Instagram is more like I get on Instagram. If you want to post something, it's more like pictures. You dig what I'm saying? It's more like your story. But TikTok is more like content based. Like you can get on there, you can dance, you can have fun. You can do it on Instagram too. I think it's just better on TikTok. Yeah, I see why Facebook and everybody else probably tripping. TikTok came and ran with this shit.
Money. But that's not all. TikTok, whether you like it or not, has been a source of unfiltered information. This includes misinformation, but it also includes real factual information. One of the biggest criticisms against TikTok is this misinformation. But let's look at Facebook real quick and oh, that's AI Crab Jesus. AI Crab Jesus got 200,000 reactions, 4,000 comments, 1,000 shares. This is AI. This is AI. When I went home for the holidays, I saw my mom watching AI text-to-speech brain rot on Facebook. She didn't even know it was AI. She didn't know. Misinformation is a problem on any platform. It's not new to TikTok. Misinformation exists on YouTube. It exists on X, the everything app. Wherever people are, there is going to be misinformation on the internet. When you give the people a voice, some of them are going to lie. That's just how it is. But some of them will also tell the truth. And if Facebook really cared about misinformation, they wouldn't have gotten rid of their fact checkers, would they? TikTok is a platform where people like to share their unfiltered opinions. I've seen videos in support of TikTok on TikTok. I've seen videos against TikTok on TikTok. When the war in Ukraine started,
to make a video on TikTok about banning, like in support of the ban, is wild. Like you got on there hoping this app get banned. That's shit crazy. You got nothing to do. Now I can see if you got on there supporting it, but to get on the app and hope the app gets banned is kind of wild.
TikTok showed support for Ukraine. When the war in Gaza started, TikTok showed support for Palestine. But the difference is a lot of the media did not. When the United Healthcare CEO was assassinated, people on TikTok showed support for the killer, a take that the mainstream media denounced or ignored. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to think about any of these issues. I don't want to promote one side of the argument. At the end of the day, your choice is what matters. Your ability to make an informed decision is what matters. So I believe as an American, under the First Amendment, we should be free to have and share whatever political take we want. A nation that tries to silence these takes is inherently fascist. That's just history. Look at World War II. Look at Germany in the 1930s. Banning any media is inherently corrupt. That's what I was taught in school. In America, banning TikTok is not a matter of foreign influence. It's a matter of free speech. Now, it's still up in the air whether the ban will go through or not. I hope the Supreme Court does the right thing.
Drop down in the comments right now if you're still watching. Drop down in the comments if you think they're going to ban it in 5 days or no. Drop down in the comments.
But I want to talk about what will happen if it is, so we are prepared. Because it's going to impact you whether you live in the US, Europe, Asia, it doesn't matter. These effects are going to be far-reaching. First of all, content is going to change. Just on the individual platform level, the content is going to be very different. Whether you're on YouTube Shorts, whether you're on Instagram Reels, whether you're on Blue Sky, it's going to
Yeah, it's
change.
blue
When you
sky.
watch a video on YouTube Shorts compared to a video on TikTok, compared to one on Reels, they're different. YouTube Shorts prioritizes consistency. Shorts prioritize individual creators that make consistent content that hit the metrics they're looking for. When I post a short, I can expect a similar amount of views on each short relative to its watch percent because I post here consistently. On TikTok, it's different. Videos exist within a vacuum. My same videos that I post on YouTube, I also put on TikTok to varying levels of success. Most
Me
get
too.
around 5 to 10,000 views, but some get a couple 100,000 or a couple million. These are more outliers for me, but they all have something in common. The videos that do well for me on TikTok are niche, they're topical, they're related to something already viral on TikTok, and they also get a lot of engagement. They're controversial, they're heavily commented on, they're heavily shared. On TikTok, the passive viewership isn't as important as active viewership, active engagement. YouTube wants you spending time on the platform, TikTok wants you engaging with content on the platform. They're different approaches to the same issue, but they inherently make different content. So the content that works on TikTok isn't gonna work on YouTube Shorts, or at least not nearly as well, because a lot of it is random, it's niche, it's funny. I'm not seeing a meme slideshow on YouTube. That won't happen. Content is created for the platform in which it exists. I make my content primarily for YouTube, but with TikTok gone, a lot of the content will change and the creators will have to adapt by moving to a different platform. It's much harder for an unedited ramble hot take to get views on YouTube than something more produced. Same with Instagram. This video, I have to cut out the silences, I have to cut out the pauses. I've scripted the entire take to make sure my ideas are concise. And the people that this change will affect the most are creators. Indie artists who have a much harder time.
Damn, he said he scripts out the whole thing. I'm always curious to when people make videos like that's interesting. So he cuts out the silence in the video so it hits different. Okay, that's cool. I never thought about all that. Because in my videos, my reactions, I don't know if there's ever silence because I'm either watching them talk or I'm talking. So that's interesting though.
Promoting their music. Even major labels will have a harder time. Think of artists in pop right now: Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, Sabrina Carpenter, heck, Taylor Swift. All of them had a huge surge in popularity because of TikTok. Most music nowadays
Makes sense.
is made for TikTok. It's for that
Facts.
15
That's
second
real
snippet
shit.
you can use in a
A lot of people have blew off TikTok or are blowing up on TikTok. So gotta pay attention to that too. That's very true. It's very true.
trend in her dance or something. Even Kendrick, when the Drake beef was going on, I kept up to date by watching
TikTok.
TikTok. So
Yeah.
there's going to be a huge change in the music industry. Memes are going to have to be different. They're mostly coming from TikTok. Now they'll have to come from elsewhere. And X, the Everything app, is off the table. Political and news content won't have as much reach because on YouTube it's less advertiser friendly, and sites like Facebook and Twitter promote one political view over the other. It's going to get harder for the promotion of anything. Small businesses get a lot of love from TikTok, either by posting themselves or from people like Keith Lee giving reviews of small restaurants. Indie games like Another Crab's Treasure, which I'm playing right now, I heard of through TikTok. Even streamers, two of the biggest recent streamers that I can think of have been Queso and Kai Cenat. Where did they get their popularity? Clips on TikTok. That is where every streamer now gets their reach, because Twitch isn't giving it.
That's true. That is true. A lot of people, big moments or big followings come from TikTok. When I hit 1.6 million views on one video on TikTok, a lot of the females or like a lot of females came from TikTok and followed me on Instagram. So it's like they will pour into to the other apps you have, the other social medias you have if you keep blowing on one app. And I've never seen that happen on other apps. Like it's mostly TikTok. I feel like if you blow on TikTok, they'll follow you to Instagram. They'll follow you to your YouTube. They'll follow you to Facebook. They'll follow you to where they need to follow you to. So he got a great point. He has a great point.
To you. There's no discovery on Twitch. You have to outsource to a different platform. And that platform for a lot of
Facts.
people has been TikTok. And TikTok has been a great platform for a lot of genres of content. Cooking, animation, TikTok edits. They're much harder to do on other platforms. And if you want to become a content creator, the only real way to do it is with short form content. All of the content creators I know who started recently did so through shorts. When I went to VidCon, the vast majority of new creators were from shorts and TikTok. TikTok and YouTube had their own like separate booths competing, and they were competing over short form. This is the way that you do it now. And with
That's
TikTok
hard.
gone, there's going to be a mass exodus. When Vine shut down in 2016, YouTube went through a lot of changes as the influx of creators changed the ecosystem. We got people like Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Logan Paul. Can't win them all. So every other platform is going to change. Some would argue me being a shorts YouTuber, I'll probably benefit from this a good deal as new people join the platform. But at the same time, I'm
Yeah,
also going to
that's
have to
facts.
adapt. I'm going to have to change what I'm doing to make sure the new audience stays engaged. If the ban goes through, content will be different. You will consume it in a different way. You will find it in a different way. Even now, people are flooding to Red Note, or as Yap Dollar would say, Zhao Hong Shu, which is directly owned by China. It's really funny that this is happening, and
The
I
hell is
love the
Red Note?
internet at least has a sense of humor. I'll be posting my shorts there from now on as a joke. But aside from content, this bill sets a really bad precedent. Because of it, any app deemed dangerous can be banned in the US, which is a direct threat to freedom, but also a direct threat to gamers. There are a lot of Chinese companies that own video games either directly or as a parent or investor. Tencent, a Chinese company, owns the majority stake in Epic Games, creators of Fortnite, Riot Games, creators of League of Legends. Because of this law, the United States government now has the power to ban games like these, like Marvel Rivals, like Genshin Impact. They should probably ban Genshin. That's a joke. Don't ban anything. It's likely they won't, but now they could. And if the TikTok ban goes through, they're probably going to ban Red Note for the same reason. Even if Congress truly does see a national security benefit to banning this app, the pros of keeping TikTok far outweigh the cons. TikTok is not the best app. It's not my favorite app. Heck, a lot of the times, it's a pretty bad app. I'll be honest. But America is built on a foundation of freedom. The freedom to speak, the freedom to choose. And taking away that choice is inherently un-American. Thank you.
Yeah. What y'all think about that? Let me know down below in the comments. TikTok getting banned. You dig what I'm saying? I think it is bad, way more than good. I think it's bad because TikTok does have a lot of, like he was saying, benefits as far as like I remember the videos. You see the most progress on TikTok. You see the most the growth of following. I feel like on TikTok, like Instagram, it's not easy to just grow your Instagram following. I don't feel like you gonna have to post, and I don't know, go do a lot of reels. I really don't know. Like if somebody told me like what's the key to having a lot of followers on Instagram, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like TikTok is like consistency, keep posting, figure out your lane, entertain people. YouTube kind of like the same thing, harder though. Facebook, I don't know. You got like a max limit at 5,000. I don't know. I don't know. TikTok is dead near the best app. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's not even kind of close. But that's just my opinion. Y'all can let me know y'all opinion down below in the comments. Let me know how to upgrade my content. Let me know how to do better. Let me know everything, man. I'm ready for all constructive criticism, how to turn my shit up to another level. The one thing I know I really need is a soundboard. I want to have sound effects. So like when something happens, I can press buttons and there's certain sound effects that adds to the content. You dig what I'm saying? But that is wild though. I don't think it's gonna get banned. I don't know. We got the 19th is a Sunday, so yeah, they got till Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 days. So we're done 5 days. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. You dig what I'm saying? Blow this channel up. Let's get this shit popping. We own the bigger and better things. 2025 on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Let's get it. You know what I mean?